to quickly read through your instructions. And it says for page 12-24 that the given information, the given figure shows the incomplete front view and incomplete top view of a cylinder that has been shaped to fit around another cylinder. The axes of both cylinders lie in a common vertical plane. So we need to find out where they will meet over here. Then instructions: draw to a scale of 1 to 1 in first angle autographic projection the following views of the two cylinders. The complete top view using point A as a reference point, the complete front view and the right view. So I think for today, if we can just copy the given information, then that's where we will stop. But then tomorrow we'll continue with the surface development of the branch pipe. Label the surface development, so only this piece will be developed. Then show all necessary constructions and calculations, show all hidden detail. Okay, so to start, this circle that's around the A is 50 millimeters. So I'm going to put 25 on my compass. That size is 25. Remember, a circle always needs a center line. Okay, then I'm going to carry on with the given information. I'm going to leave a 10 millimeter gap before I start with my front view. They say that the front view is 70 millimeters long. So I'm going to measure that. And the width I'll be able to get from my top view. Then it says the center line for the branch pipe is 10 millimeters up from the bottom, and it's at a 45-degree angle. And it's 70 millimeters long. I'm going to draw an auxiliary view to help me with some extra information for where they need to meet. So I'm just going to move about 10 millimeters away from the end of the branch pipe. Then I'm going to draw half a circle. You can draw a full circle if you want to, but half a circle will still give you enough information. So it says that the branch pipe is 42 in diameter. So I'm going to put 21 on my compass. So I have the given information on the page. I'm just going to prepare my circles for tomorrow so that we can just get on to connecting and plotting. So circles always need a center line. It needs to be divided into how many pieces? 12. How do I get them? Yes, 30-60-degree ruler. Okay, so I'm going to start with this bottom one. Just because it's flat and easy, I don't need my 45 yet. So I'm going to use my 30-60-degree ruler, and I'm going to continuously rotate and turn my ruler around until I have all the possible options. I'm going to do the same for this half circle, but it only needs to be divided into 6 pieces. But I'm using my 45-degree ruler as the base, and my 30-60 will then be on top of it. Then I'm going to number each line. to 21 radius. Okay, this is where I will stop for today. Okay, so we stop here where we have drawn the given information. So now we are going to get our branch part to finish the top view. So to complete the top view, I'm going to take all of the points from my auxiliary view and project them towards the main pipe at a 45-degree angle. So A is already projected, B and L, C and K, E and I, F and H. Okay, so where these lines cross through your line, I'm going to project that straight down. So when I am drawing an oval, it's usually easier to find the plots or the spots if you have a grid. So I need to give myself another auxiliary view that's the same size as this one, so that I can get horizontal lines. So I'm just going to measure this branch part from the center to an edge and apply that to the center line any distance away from the sketch. Then I need to divide this circle into 12 pieces. I don't need to use my 45-degree ruler because I have a 0-degree line or a 180-degree line. So I'm just using my board's ruler with my 30-60-degree ruler on top of it. And I'm just constantly rotating and turning, flipping my triangle until I have all the possible lines. those who showed up late, all that I've done is I've projected these points down. And then where they cross this line, I took them straight down. Then I'm going to project each section to the main pipe. Then going to look for my widest 2 points on my horizontal center line and my highest and lowest points on the vertical center line. Then I'm going to move one line in or out, one line up or down to get all of my points. Then going to connect each point freehand. So this is one of the instructions complete to draw your finished top view. Next instruction is the complete front view. So for this, I just need to find the common meeting place, meaning where these lines are touching the main pipe. I'm going to look at them and connect them with these lines coming from the branch pipe. So I'm going to start at A. And A and G is on the same line. So A and G is touching the main pipe over here by number 7. So it is this part that I've already drawn in A and G already drawn in. Okay, next would then be B and F would be on the same height. So I'm following line B. And I'm going to make a mark here by line B and by line F. Next will be C and E. So I'm following line C until it touches the main pipe. And I make a mark by C and by E. Last one is D. D and J is on the same height. It's touching the main pipe. Making a mark on the center line. And because it's circular, I can connect this freehand. Double period, so remember your bat. So you'll need to submit your pad because we've already done the 2-point. So if you want to, you can bring a file, then we can sort of get ahead by filing your document so long. Not doing phase 3, just filing it. It's most of phase 3. Then that's already complete. Okay, so next instruction is a right view, if I'm not mistaken. A right view will go on the left side of the page, so I'm just giving myself a 10 millimeter gap. And a 45-degree line. So for the right view, it means I'm standing on the right side of my sketch, looking at it. And when I look at it, I will see the opening of the branch pipe, and I will see a straight column for the main pipe. I'm going to start by projecting the main pipe, the height and the width to the 45 and then straight up. But I'm not going to complete this in dark yet because I still need to draw the branch pipe. I can draw the sides and the bottom so long. Okay, to show the oval that I will see when I look from the right side, I'll need another grid. So I'll get that from projecting all of the points of the branch pipe to the right view. And also to the 45. And then straight up. So now again I'm going to look for my highest and lowest point and my two widest points. Then I'm going to move one line up or down, one line left or right. then I'm going to connect it freehand. So next, when I'm looking at this side, I will see this bottom of the cylinder and where it connects to the main pipe. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to let my board ruler line up with where it's touching the main pipe for the first time. And this will be on line G. If I follow G to the 45 and up, it's the center line. So I'm making a mark there. Then I'm going to the next point, which is, let me just label up here to make it easier for myself. So next one is then F and H. So I'm lining my ruler up with a point and I'm making a mark on line F and line H. Then it is E and I. Line it up with that point and then I make a mark on line E and line I. Then D and J. Mark on line D and a mark on line J. Then C and K. Line C and K. Then B and L. Last one is A. Okay, then I'm going to connect it. The bottom part will be in dark, because I will see it. Then we have dash lines until it meets the top. Then it's solid lines again. this is up to where I'm going to go for today. Okay, so the only thing that's left for this sketch is to draw the development. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the branch part development. And for that, I'm going to need to measure my longest line. So I like to check to see which one's my longest line on my branch part. Then I'm taking that information over to an open space that I have. So for example, at the bottom, just drawing two lines that represent the top and the bottom of the pipe. I don't know how long yet. Okay, so the development means I'm opening this thing up and looking at it in a flat state. So I'm going to cut my shape here by A, and I need to know how long the shape will be when it's fully opened. So for that I need to take pi times diameter. Our diameter is, I think, 42. Okay, what do you get? Three, 95. Okay, so this will then become a 132. 132. Okay, so I'm going to measure 132, giving myself a starting point. This will be the branch pipe development, so I'm going to label that so long. Branch pipe development. Then I need to divide this shape into 12 equal pieces. So I'm going to draw a line from my starting point, any angle, any length. And then I'm going to make 12 equal marks. So I'm going to use a centimeter for each mark. So I'm going to make a mark by each one until I've reached 12. Going to connect the last mark with the end of my rectangle. Then I'm lining one triangle up with the line that I just drew, and I'm going to put another triangle up against it so that it can move to the next one. So if you have enough space and it's possible for you to put it at the bottom, then that will work as well. It just means you might need to move it a little bit later for those points. Where they cross the bottom, I'm going to draw them straight up. After school. Oh yes, I was invigilating the cat for the grade 12s. When are you going to start writing? I don't know, I can try to find out for you. When or where? When? Okay, then I need to label my lines. I'm going to start with A and end with A. I'm going to look at my branch pipe, and this straight line from my branch pipe, this edge, will be the same as this edge. So every time that I need to plot my sharp point somewhere, I'm going to plot it on the straight edge or on that straight edge. So I'm going to start with A. I'm going to put my sharp point on the straight side, and I'm going to open up to the first point where it crosses through the main pipe. Then I'm going to take this measurement to A, sharp point on the straight line. I make a mark on both A's. I'm just showing again, sharp point on the straight line or the edge, and I open up to where it enters the main pipe. Then I take that to the dark line, straight edge on the development, and I make a mark on both A's. Next is line B and L. So I'm going to, again, sharp point on the straight line, and I'm opening the compass up to where it goes into the main pipe. B and L. So I'm going to take this to line B, and make a mark, and to line L, and make a mark. Then next one is C and K. Again, sharp point on the straight line, open up to where it goes into the main pipe. So on the mark that you've made. And then I move to line C, and make a mark, and K, make a mark. Sounds like it's directly after school, but it would start at past. Yeah. This one, 21. Next one is D and J. I make a mark on line D and line J. Then it's E and I. F and H. Last one is G. Then I'm going to connect it freehand. You will see that there's a tiny bump in the middle. Okay. Then once that's done, that you've labeled, then your course drawing is complete.